Hello everyone and welcome to another Wayfinder video. My name's Brian if you happen to be new to the channel, but we've got a lot to talk about and I'm not here to waste your time. The devs have officially announced for Wayfinder that they're going to announce the release date. And while this little tease from the devs is kind of disappointing as we're all anxiously waiting the exact time and release for this game, it does actually give us a lot of insight as to how they've kind of framed this announcement. So I thought I'd break it down, give you guys my perspective as a software developer myself, and we could talk about how this looks to be rolling out over the course of 2023 and beyond. Now, for all disclosure, July the 20th, 1 p.m. CT, that's when this event kicks off. They're going to announce the release date, the full Founders Pack information, which we knew that was happening. The housing system is going to get its first look, and they're also going to talk about Founders Season 1 content. We should break down and kind of give everybody a summary for those who have not been following this game, but we'll do that a little bit later in this video as I want to get the real information out to you guys as quickly as possible. First things first, July 20th. This does lead me to think that we're going to see this game drop in August. Lots of stuff already kind of lining itself up for August, but a release for their early access would be key. Now, being that they're talking about the Founders Packs, we could almost kind of talk about two stages of early access. Early access, what they're talking about when they use that term, is the PlayStation ecosystem, is the PC ecosystem. Xbox is going to come later this year, if not early into 2024. No dates have been announced on that just yet. And with that, at play, with that information in your pocket, I could see with the Founders Pack that they could sell even earlier access to the game. As a free-to-play game, you will be able to play this game for free. But what we've seen in the free-to-play world, especially with Founders Packs, is that Founders Packs, as an incentive to buy early, is they want to give you a couple of days head start with the purchase of a Founders Pack. And so this kind of takes into account as we start to look at August. The reason being is that if we think about Tuesday as the general day in which games get released, outside a handful of exceptions, that gives July 25th, August 1st, 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th as potential actual release dates for this game. With early access, you can start to see how that could stack up easily within a couple of days. Generally speaking, if you're going to do this, there's a couple of ways they could handle it. They could treat the Tuesday as the early access head start, and then by the time Friday rolls around going into the weekend, they open it up for everybody. And maybe they'll do that too. So like one way or the other, your guess is as good as mine at this point. I'd love to hear your theory about the release date. You can sound off in the comments. And then when we officially get the announcement on the 20th, we'll be able to kind of look back and say how right, how wrong, or how way off we are. Now, summer does not officially end until September 21st, but they've been talking about this and originally targeting this, believing for July. So having them shift a little bit due to, unforeseen circumstances and bugs, I applaud them for it. I will always applaud devs for taking time to make sure they have the best release possible. So what else are we going to talk about here today? So for those who don't know, with this game specifically, it does have a battle pass. That's how they're going to support it financially. Being that they're going to use the battle pass, they're doing something unique that I really appreciate. There's two aspects here. I hear a lot of people calling for no FOMO in video games, and I think that that's okay, but it doesn't really fully encapsulate the problem and why FOMO exists in the first place. I do feel like it's been heavy-handed on a lot of gamers, putting that kind of artificial time frame. But what Wayfinder does differently is they remove the aspect from your purchase and then trying to clear the content before it goes away. You buy the battle pass, you keep the battle pass. The FOMO aspect, the incentive to purchase the battle pass, is in that you can only purchase that battle pass, that season, during the season. So for me as a player, imagine if you are taking a break from the game. Like any other game, people take breaks, but you're going to return. You could easily see yourself log in, acquire any of the seasonal passes and getting that content. And then essentially when you do return, having kind of a bucket of content to complete, to work on, to play and grind. I think this is a really interesting system. And honestly, I hope that more and more people adopt it. But I figured I'd give you that information in case you haven't been following this game as closely as others. Now, that's what I wanted to give you guys. Lots of cool information. I don't want to make these videos longer than they need to be. Just want to get you the information, and hopefully we will see more about Wayfinder here on the 20th and the things that they list out are pretty interesting. So anyway, I'll keep covering the game for you guys if you keep enjoying them, and hopefully we'll get together and play some Wayfinder. If you're interested, jump in the Discord, and we will be teaming up whenever they officially announce this game. Anyway, can't wait to talk to you about it, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, take care.